Your childhood could shape your present moment and your future if you let it. If you don't do the inner work as an adult, if you're not willing, as an adult, if you're not willing to go back in the past and understand your own psychology, understand what happened to you, understand why you move the way you move. Like, for instance, I know deep down inside I don't have any friends because I have a trust issue. If my own parents could screw me over, then who can I trust? So then I learned how to operate on my own. For instance, when I was a kid, I was always on punishment. I was always locked up in my room. I did something. Somehow I did something, and I was always on punishment. I was always under some kind of confinement. Even when I was around family and it was like family functions, I remember my parents would make sure other people didn't talk to me. And they would say that they would do it in a sneaky, sly way, as if I was going to misguide these people, as if I was a problem. Like, I was always separated, and I could never understand that. Going to have a push-up contest with my younger brother, and I remember my aunt jumped in and was like, "No, no, 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 no," and then my dad was like, "Yeah, don't know," and I'm like, "What the hell?" And I think I was like maybe 22. My youngest brother was like 14 or something. And I'm thinking to myself, what is so bad about having a push up contest with my little brother? Just little stuff like that. Separated somehow. I couldn't go to every function. Like, we were in church, so I couldn't go to every function because it was something I didn't do, or I didn't clean my room, or I didn't do it right, or I didn't clean the bathroom right, or I didn't do something right, didn't do the backyard right, on punishment. Not only a beat down, but also punishment. So I learned to be by myself. I learned to isolate myself, and also to be comfortable in it. On punishment, and I was in my room for so long. Shit, I started drawing on the walls, and I really believe that these are the things, the black sheep, the chosen ones. If your mom and dad are having a messed up day, they take it out on you. That's what I mean by the chosen one. If you're the type of person who speaks truth to power, and you speak up, and the rest of your siblings are willing to go with your parents' program when they're 100% wrong, and they're not willing to speak up and go, it could be something like, well, and I'm gonna use this as an example. Let's say you got siblings, right? And you're the outspoken one, and your mom and dad says, hey, today we're going to have you guys lay on the floor and put your plates on the floor and eat on the floor. Now, normally you guys eat at the table, right? The chosen one, the black sheep, is usually going to say, or her, is usually going to say, hey, mom, dad, quick question. Um, why, why are we eating on the floor? And mom and dad will flip out. And then the siblings will be like this. And they'll go along with the whole program. And just by you asking, this doesn't make sense. Why all of a sudden we eating on the floor, putting our plates on the floor, and then we got to lay on the floor and eat on the floor? That's uncomfortable, and that's weird, and it don't make sense. Boom, you in trouble. You in trouble. Why? Because you spoke up? Because you brought up the elephant in the room? You're like, hey, y'all don't see that pink elephant in the room? Y'all just gonna walk around it? We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. There's a big elephant in the middle of the room. I'm walking around it, mom and dad's walking around it, and you guys are walking around it, and nobody's gonna say anything? That's crazy. And then you're the one who says it, And you're the one who gets in trouble. You're the one who gets in trouble because you're breaking the silence and saying, hey, look, this is weird. This don't make sense. I don't go along to get along. And that's what I meant by I speak truth to power. Now, at the end of the day, I pick and choose. But I've learned a long time ago that people like us are always going to be different, and we're always going to be looked at a certain way. You know, odd man out. And like I said in the past, I've learned to embrace it. I learned to embrace it. I learned to accept it. And because I embrace it and now I accept it, I can maneuver better through this world. And I can maneuver in my best interest. Drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me you guys' black sheep outcast story, chosen one story. And like I said, it's not something exciting to me. This is to me. It's not exciting to be the chosen one, because the chosen one goes through hell and back. But again, I have learned that I'm still standing. I'm still standing, and not only standing, I got my back, my shoulders up, my head up, and I'm happy and proud. And I got battle wounds. I got scars. You can't see them, so to speak. I have scars, psychological scars. I have serious lessons that I've learned that I will always carry with me because I know how to channel it now. I know how to transform it. I know how to make it work for me. I know how to take all my issues that I've experienced, all the sad, bad things that I went through, and I know how to take it from a caterpillar to a cocoon to a butterfly. I know how to take it from one stage all the way to the third stage. I know how to go from one dimension to the next dimension. I know how to be more than three-dimensional. And in this life, you must be at least three-dimensional, if not more, to be able to look at a problem, to be able to look at something and not look at it for 100% for the negative part of what it is, and to somehow flip the issue and make it work for you. I like jujitsu. You take your opponent's energy and you make it work against them. You take their weight and you make it work against them, right? You take an existing problem that you may have and transform it into something positive and something motivating to catapult you into a whole nother stratosphere, into a whole nother dimension, into a whole nother level of success. You see, we don't have to deal with life as it comes at us, right? You can take a bad experience and flip it. Like I said in my past videos, you got to learn how to burn the ships, burn the boats, and take the island. Leave yourself no options but success. Push forward. All this stuff I went through in the past, I could have ended. I could have canceled. I could have put myself in a position where I'm not existing anymore. But I didn't do that. Because I know when you're chosen, that means you have a hedge over you. You have a form of protection that no man can separate you from. And it's a hedge and it's a protection that God has given us. The Bible says he wouldn't put no more on us than what we can bear. Think about that for a minute. It's kind of like I said with Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. They were in that fiery furnace and didn't get burnt. Now, am I saying go out there and do something stupid, mess around and find out? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying temper mercy with justice. But what I am saying, whatever you're going through, first of all, it's not going to last forever. Second of all, look at the perspective. Look at your perspective. Look at how you're looking at it. Are you looking at it from a victim's point of view? Or are you looking at it, okay, I'm in this burning building. I'm in this room and the door is right there. But it's smoky and it's hot and there's flames everywhere. Do you go, oh my God, I'm going to, and I'm done, and you give up? Or are you going to say, you know what? There's a window right there, and then there's a door right there. I got to get to this door, or I got to get to this window because I ain't giving up. No way. I'm not throwing in the towel. That's not me. If it's hard, I do it hard. It's all in our mindset. You know, like they say, the first law of nature is self-preservation. It's like if you're drowning, right? Even if you can't swim, let's say somehow you're in the ocean or a pool, whatever, and you're drowning because you can't swim. I don't know why would somebody be in the pool or in the beach water and they know they can't swim, but let's just go with it. They can't swim, and what you gonna do? You just gonna sit there and let the water overtake you, or you gonna fight like hell, even if you got a doggy paddle, right? Even if you got a doggy paddle, even if you gotta like yell and scream as you're moving your arms to keep yourself afloat. No, you're gonna fight like hell to survive. And I believe that's the same way we should be with whatever problems we go through. There's hundreds and thousands of different ways to deal with your problems. One of them is I've utilized therapy in the past. Whatever I've went through in the past, I had a therapist and I would talk to the therapist, and all that is talking to someone just like this, except they give you, I'm not a therapist, right? I'll say that right from the outset. I'm not a therapist, but I believe, and it's deeper than this, but to simplify it, a therapist is just somebody to talk to. You know, they don't know you, they don't know your family, and they can give you their clinically intellectual perspective on whatever you're going through, whatever you're talking about with your therapist. And they give you tools, right, on how you can go around it. Goes right back to that. How you can go around your issue, how you can go over your issue, how you can completely destroy the issue, how you can transmute the issue. There's many ways to skin a cat. But the chosen ones, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is Mike, keeping it simple and precise.